What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Chris back again with another video for you guys today. In this video I want to talk about Icon Swaps 3. It is supposedly coming this Friday as the FUT Player Days full 2-week promo that they've been trying to do. That's one of the elements of it. So that's going to be coming out this Friday. So Icon Swaps 2 was on December 26th. And this was what we got in terms of the selections. So we got Bobby Moore, Frank Rijkaard, Hero, Van der Sar. It wasn't great from EA. Like, the selection that they chose, there's a couple decent ones like you got Zambrota here, who at this point in the game you probably aren't using right now, but, you know, he's still okay. Blanc, Baby Card, Middle Icon Pack. You didn't have too many standout players in this, and it didn't feel worth doing at that point in the game in January and late December. So at this point, there's going to be the third icon swap, and I believe this is the last one. And as you can see, this is a Prime Messi in here and a Baby Vieira, which I think he shouldn't even be there, although I really like the card. I think that they have to make these cards attainable for you because there is no icon SBCs this year. If they go another 2 or 3 months in the icon swap stream, they don't give us like a Cruyff, a Pele, a Maradona, an Eusebio, a Zidane. If they don't give you guys those kind of cards, what's the point of Icon Swaps 3? Like, seriously, what is the point if you're not going to allow us to grind for the top icons? Now, will it be worth it? Well, I think if they do decide to make it really good, like the 20 plus icon, swaps, it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a super grind. So if you want to look at some of the objectives for the icon swaps here, and if we look, where are the icon swaps? So you got like, win 4 rivals matches with 9 first own prem players. If they gave like a really good team, maybe you're expecting to do like 7 rivals wins with each one, 7 or 8 each one. Obviously they like to do the first own players because that's kind of like how they've been going about doing it this year. So that's like the online version. I could expect maybe they do something along the lines of like win 17 games in FUT Champions or something like that. Give you guys a free swap. Then you got the single player ones where you have squad battles. I can expect these to like go to 10 matches, 9 or 10. They gotta make it worthwhile. They're not just gonna like hand you like a Maradona 95. They're not gonna hand you a 94 Zidane if they decide to, a 94 Garrincha. They're not gonna do that. So I think it's gonna be a grind doing this. And there's not going to be much market impact because I'm going to show you guys a few things from the cards that we got in the second set. And it didn't really affect their prices too much. It was more of where the market as a whole was going. So, like, if I just show you here, I'm looking at Raul. So, and I'm going to look at Van der Sar as well, who was pretty much attainable. These two cards were really attainable. In December 26th, he was 538k. This is where he was when the swaps came out, and he had been dropping. And the reason why the market had been dropping since December 6th was because we went into I wouldn't say like a shell shock, but like the market as a whole was just like really bad every single day leading into Team of the Year. And then what ended up happening after Team of the Year, this was January 6th, then he started to go up again because we had a market influx of coins. So there was a lot of SBCs like FUTMIS and a lot of CoinSuck SBCs around this time. I think the baby icon was, late November. So we had a lot of stuff that came out that was like a lot of CoinSuck. People didn't have that many coins anymore. Some people were probably leaving the game because they just didn't want to deal with EA's bullshit. And then once Team of the Year came, some of these guys came back onto the market. They started buying their players again, and he goes up another 80,000 coins. So now, obviously, what's happening with the market is it's starting to correct itself again. And since January 18th, it's really just been dropping every single day. He's down about 150k in a month and a half. And this is going to continue to happen. Like, these sort of icons are going to fluctuate. Like, if I look at Van der Sar right here, he does the same thing. And yes, this is a card that you see more and more as the year goes on in FUT Champions. But from where he was, like he was on December 6th or December 5th, he was 616k. By December 26th, he's 336, goes as low as like 280, and then just flies back up in price. He's up like 300, like 250k, 200k right now. So you could see like why certain cards are going up. Now I would expect this card to start dropping as, you know, as the year goes on. Like they're gonna become less valuable unless this card gets the hype it did last year. Where if you compare last year's if you look at last year's Icon Vandasar, I mean, he was the card that, I mean, look at this right here. I mean, 550k by July 2nd. Once the events rolled around, he goes all the way up to about $1 million. So, you know, if he does get that hype again, you could expect him to rise. But I think a lot of these icons, if they're really attainable, they're just going to keep dropping in price. So going into the prediction itself, I'm going to use Matt Foot Trading's one. And I have a separate one as well that I can use. It's going to be a little bit smaller on the screen, but that's just kind of how we have to go about doing it. Matt's link will be in the description. Really good guy. He streams usually up until like January, February. And he's like a really, really good trader. So this is his prediction. And this is kind of like his wish list. It's not more of like what may actually happen. But I can get on board with this. I can get on board with they have to throw moments cards in there. I thought the last time for Icon Swaps 2, because Icon Swaps 2 was leading into the moments promo, I would have thought they were going to do some moments for like the 18 plus swaps. They never did that. They're going to have to give you moments cards now because they're just not attainable for the average everyday FIFA user if you're a casual player. So Overmars at 8, Baresi at 8, Skulls at 6, Lebanon and Layman at 5. This is solid right here because Overmars, I think, is like 700, 800k. He's about 700k. And Skulls is about 700k. So they're all priced very nicely there. Lebanon and Layman are both around the 500k, 450. So they should be the cheapest ones. In terms of the 9, Yashin, I think, is around 8 to 900k. You get a Prime Icon Pack at 11. Now, I don't know if they'll actually do that for a Prime Icon Pack. I think that'd be smart because I think a lot of people would they'd have a decision to make if they want to do the 11 Prime Pack, or do they want to go for a player itself? Because I don't think 11 swaps will be really that hard to grind. I think it'll take a little bit of time, but I think in general, I think it's not going to be the hardest thing to do. I think getting up here is really going to be your tough part over the course of the season. Carlos Alberto, Prime card, very nice. Desai at 12 could be a really good option for a CDM. I'd switch up this Maldini. I would put the 94 Maldini here instead of the 92. This is his middle card. The 92 Maldini, if I go check on the market at the moment, is around like 1.1 million, around there. Where the market is right now, he's actually up a little bit. He's like 127. So where is the 94 Maldini? I would like this around like the 17 to 18 swaps if we were to do Maldini's 94. If they do the 92, then you keep it at 14 or even at like 13 or 12, somewhere around there. Matthias, I have no problem with that. He's got a very, very good card. And if you look at Matthias's 91 compared to his 93, well, his 91 is currently at the moment like 129. And then if you look at his prime card, the 93, he's currently upwards of over 2 million coins. So there's about an 800k gap right there in price. So I like Matthias here. I love the Prime Garrincha at 16. I think that would be a really, really good swap that a lot of people want. Because, you know, Garrincha's had its hype this year. You know, people using his Moments card, people using his baby, his middle. I've heard good things about it. I could see them doing Garrincha. Bergkamp Moments looks like a solid card at 16. Ian Rush with the upgrade to the weak foot. I believe it's the weak foot or the skills, somewhere around there. I like that. In this kind of like mid-range, and I love the Nedved at 19. I think that's like a really, really good shout because Nedved's cam card has a lot of demand. Now Ian Rush is at 1.35 million, so putting him at 15 wouldn't be the worst because in terms of value, it's a little bit higher than, let's say, like a Matthias or a Maldini or even like a Desai. These cards, they're not more expensive than Rush. So, like, in terms of value, that's pretty damn good. So, yeah, that's, like, up until 15. Maradona, maybe you do the 95 card. Because I believe the 95 is around, where's the 95? Like, 1.7 million? and then the 91 I think is around like 1.6. So in terms of value, you can get away with doing the 95 here. The 91 is like 1.5 million flat, which doesn't look like a bad price to me when I'm looking on the market here. Baby Zidane, I understand that. 91 Eusebio would be really good at 20. Moments Cannavaro would be also. I might also throw in like a Moments Del Piero in here, a card that's over 2 million coins at the moment, or like a you can't probably do an Essien because then I could do a second street swap. But I mean, like, you know, Del Piero, he's valued at 2239 at the moment. That wouldn't be a bad one. What other icons would they be able to put in? I'm just gonna go look on the market real quick. As we do this, 23 for Ronaldo, that makes sense. 23 for Cruyff, and 21 for Hullet. They have to give you guys an opportunity to obtain these players somehow. They're gonna have to do that. In terms of icons that I see on the market right now, they could go with like a Moments Lampard around the 10-11 range. They could do a Hugo Sanchez, although I think they did Hugo Sanchez already in one of them. That's the thing, you have to like figure out if they overlapped the other cards that they've released already in the first or second swap. So yeah, I mean, like that's like a good list. Moments Kaká would be amazing. If they were to do that at like a 20 range or a 19, that'd be sick. I think he's valued on the market at 3.9 million. That'd be a really good card. If you look at Eusebio at 20 swaps, where is Eusebio at the moment? The 91 card. The 91 Eusebio is about 3.7 million. And then the Nedved Cam card, I believe, is around 2. Yeah, he's around like 2.7, isn't he? I believe. Let me see. He's actually lower. He's 2195 at the moment. And Cannavaro, I believe, is around the 1819 range. So I think those are fair value. Yeah, he's 1.8 flat right now. They got to give you an opportunity, guys, to get these cards. I'm going to show you guys another prediction. Again, it's kind of like almost the same thing where you have the Pele, the Zidane, the Hullet. Then you got the Garrincha 92. I know it's very hard to see. You got Riquelme, Carlos Alberto 90. I think you need to upgrade some of these cards a little bit because it is the third swap, and this is the last one, I believe. So if you're gonna, make it the last swap, you got to make these cards obtainable. I think for the Kaká, you got to do the Prime or you got to do the Moments and put them around here. Ian Rush, like, you got to put more Moments cards in my opinion. Like, the reason why Moments are in the game is, like, they're not going to be packed by a lot of people. Everyone, thinks they have a chance of packing a Prime icon Moments, and they've dropped a lot recently. But I don't see these cards ever being attainable for any average FIFA player that just plays this game. You're going to have to make them into swaps. And for me, in terms of a market impact, if you do see like a Hullet, or if you do see a Zidane, those kind of players, I could expect these cards to drop a little bit as the year goes on, as they get more doable, like in terms of the swaps. Like once all the swaps are available, you can start to see these cards dropping because people want to get the Hullet and stuff like that. But these cards also, these high tier cards, they always go up and down based on qualifiers and other pro events. So we had like, for example, you had E-Prem, you have qualifiers for FUT Champs Cups, you got, FIWC, any of these top tournaments, you will see these cards go up because of the qualifiers you need to get into those events. So that's why these top cards, they're not just going to stay low. They're always going to go up and down based on qualifiers because the top tier of players are influencing this price. If we looked at that 94 Ronaldo, right, he's probably on the market around, he's like 7 million coins right now. So, he's up a lot. Where's the 96 Ronaldo? If the 94 is that price, where's the 96? The 96 is like 12.6 million still. If the 94 went down, maybe the 96 drops a little bit with it. That could be a solution for EA to make these top tiers more affordable. Like if you look at this like Cruyff Moments, I've seen him on the market 1 or 2 times, and he just, he gets insta-bought or he goes on bid at like 14 million. So like people love this Cruyff. If they brought out the Prime could drop a little bit, maybe around to like 5.2, 5.3. And then maybe you see that card, the Moments, pop up a little bit more, hopefully. But those are the predictions that I used. Hope you guys did enjoy this type of video. If you guys do, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.